Navigating the complexities of relationships is no simple task, particularly when it comes to understanding and handling egos. Often the phrase "breaking her ego" is mentioned, but let's be clear. This isn't about diminishing her worth or exerting control. Rather, it's about nurturing a healthier dynamic that encourages growth, connection, and mutual enrichment. By dismantling the barriers erected by an inflated ego, you can establish a more genuine and balanced partnership. In this guide, we will delve into 9 crucial rules that foster a respectful and valued relationship dynamic, all while emphasizing a high-value man's path towards personal development and fulfillment. These rules are not manipulative tactics. They are grounded in a deep understanding of human behavior and are aimed at fostering deeper, more significant connections. Before we proceed, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of the in-depth discussions we have coming up. Let's dive into these transformative insights. Rule number 1: be superior in everything. To begin with, you need to understand that high-value men are naturally superior in many aspects of life. This doesn't mean arrogance or a need to dominate. It means constantly improving yourself to excel in every area, from your career to your physical fitness to your mental well-being. Think of it this way: when you consistently push yourself to improve and be better than you were yesterday, you automatically set yourself apart from others. Women, and people in general, are naturally drawn to those who are confident in their abilities and who stand out from the crowd. By striving to be superior, you're showing that you value yourself and your time. When you surpass her in key areas, it naturally lowers her need to feel superior through her ego. She will respect and admire you for your dedication, and this creates a dynamic where her inflated ego is no longer at play. This doesn't mean you should belittle her accomplishments, but rather that you should focus on achieving your own. Rule number 2: don't seek women's approval. One of the most common mistakes men make in relationships is seeking approval from women. Whether it's asking for validation on your appearance, decisions, or behavior, constantly seeking approval puts her in a position of power and inflates her ego. High-value men know that their worth is not determined by someone else's opinion. Let's consider a typical scenario. You ask a woman if she likes what you're wearing or how you look. By doing this, you're handing her control over your confidence. If she compliments you, you feel good. If she doesn't, your self-esteem takes a hit. But a high-value man doesn't operate this way. He knows who he is, what he likes, and what he values. He doesn't need external validation. By not seeking her approval, you demonstrate confidence and independence. These traits naturally attract respect and admiration. Women are drawn to men who don't need constant validation because it shows emotional strength. It's one of the quickest ways to shift the dynamic in your favor. Rule number 3: put your goals above hers. Another key rule is to always prioritize your goals above hers. This might sound counterintuitive to some, especially in a culture that often promotes equality in relationships. However, prioritizing your goals doesn't mean disregarding hers. It means understanding that your personal growth, ambitions, and dreams are what drive you forward as a high-value man. Men often make the mistake of sacrificing their goals to accommodate a woman's desires, especially early in relationships. They rearrange their schedules, postpone their projects, or give up on dreams just to spend more time with her. This not only diminishes your value in her eyes, but also builds resentment over time. Instead, focus on your mission, whether it's building your career, growing your business, or improving your fitness, your goals should always come first. This doesn't mean you can't support her ambitions, but your success should be the priority. When you lead with your goals, she will respect you more, and you will find that the relationship is healthier because it is built on mutual respect for each other's paths. Rule number 4. Don't argue or get emotional. One of the most important things to remember when interacting with women is to avoid getting emotional or drawn into arguments. This rule applies not only to romantic relationships, but to all interactions with women. Emotions are powerful, and when you allow them to control your actions, you're giving away your power. Consider this. When you argue with someone, especially with emotional intensity, you're often reacting rather than thinking. Women, who tend to be more emotionally in tune, may use this to their advantage, consciously or subconsciously. By keeping your emotions in check, you remain in control of the situation and send a message of stability. Furthermore, arguing rarely solves anything. High-value men understand the importance of calm communication. If a situation becomes heated, the best course of action is often to step away, reflect, and return to the conversation when both parties are calmer. By doing this, you not only protect your emotional well-being, but also lower the chances of inflating her ego through emotional drama. Rule number 5. Never be jealous. Jealousy is one of the most destructive forces in a relationship, and yet it's so easy to fall into its trap. When you show jealousy, you reveal insecurity and fear, two things that can greatly inflate a woman's ego. High-value men, however, don't operate from a place of fear. They trust themselves and they trust their partner. Let's face it, if a woman is attractive, other men will notice. This is a reality you can't control. But what you can control is your reaction. Instead of letting jealousy take over, observe how she handles the situation. If she values you, she will respect your relationship by setting boundaries with others. If she doesn't, that's a sign that she's not the right partner for you. By remaining composed and confident, even when other men are interested in her, you demonstrate that you know your worth. Jealousy lowers your status, while confidence and trust elevate it. A woman who sees that you're not threatened by competition will naturally respect you more. Rule number 6. Don't be afraid to reject women. Rejection is often seen as something negative, but in reality it's a powerful tool in any relationship. Many women are not used to being rejected, especially by high-value men, and this can be a reality check that deflates an inflated ego. High-value men are not afraid to say no when necessary. This might mean turning down a date, declining a request, or simply walking away from a situation that doesn't serve you. When you're willing to reject her, you're demonstrating that your time and energy are valuable. You're not desperate for her attention or approval, and that sends a powerful message. Women who are used to getting what they want from men may initially be surprised by rejection, but they will also respect it. It shows strength, self-respect, and high standards, qualities that are attractive to anyone. By not being afraid to reject her, you keep the dynamic balanced and prevent her ego from growing too large. Rule number 7. Avoid over-complimenting. Compliments are a double-edged sword. While they can be a nice way to show appreciation, over-complimenting, especially in the early stages of a relationship, can backfire. Excessive praise, particularly if it's shallow or unearned, inflates her ego and diminishes your value in her eyes. Let's be clear, it's not that you should never compliment a woman. In fact, compliments can be powerful when they're genuine and specific. However, Constantly telling her she's beautiful or amazing without a deeper reason will make you seem like every other man vying for her attention. Instead, focus on giving compliments that matter. Compliment her on qualities that you genuinely admire: her work ethic, her intelligence, or her kindness. When your compliments are rare but meaningful, they carry much more weight. Moreover, they show that you value more than just surface-level attributes, which helps break down her ego and encourages a deeper connection. Rule number 8. Don't be afraid to say no. Learning to say no is an essential skill in any relationship. Many men, especially in the early stages of dating, are afraid to say no to a woman because they fear losing her interest. However, always saying yes leads to a lack of respect, both from her and from yourself. High-value men know the importance of setting boundaries, and saying no is a crucial part of maintaining those boundaries. Whether it's refusing to change your schedule for her, turning down a request that doesn't align with your values, or simply deciding not to engage in an activity you're not interested in, saying no is an assertion of your autonomy. Women respect men who can say no because it shows that you have a strong sense of self and are not willing to compromise your values or goals for the sake of appeasing others. It also breaks the expectation that you'll always be available to her, which keeps her ego in check and the relationship balanced. Rule number 9. Prioritize self-improvement. Now, we come to the most important rule of all: prioritize self-improvement. This is the foundation upon which all the other rules are built. A high-value man is constantly focused on bettering himself, not for the sake of impressing others, but because he understands that growth is a lifelong journey. Self-improvement encompasses many areas: physical fitness, mental health, career success, and emotional intelligence. When you prioritize becoming the best version of yourself, you naturally elevate your value in all areas of life, including relationships. But here's the key: self-improvement is about you. It's not about seeking validation from women or proving something to anyone else. It's about setting goals, pursuing passions, and consistently striving to be better than you were yesterday. As life coach Tony Robbins says, the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. When you are committed to your personal growth, you radiate confidence and purpose. Women are drawn to men who have a sense of direction and ambition. More importantly, prioritizing self-improvement means that you are never dependent on anyone else for your happiness or fulfillment. This independence is incredibly attractive and naturally keeps her ego in check. Additionally, when you focus on improving yourself, you inspire those around you to do the same. A high-value man doesn't need to break someone else down to feel superior. He lifts others up by leading through example. Conclusion: building a balanced, authentic relationship where both partners have the opportunity to grow and prosper. By adhering to these 9 rules, you establish a foundation where respect, authenticity, and continual self-improvement are paramount. Always remember, the most pivotal relationship is the one you have with yourself. Prioritizing your personal growth sets the stage for all other aspects of your life to align. Thank you for watching this video. If you believe in becoming a high-value man and are committed to personal growth and healthier relationships, please show your support by liking this video, leaving a comment below with the phrase "high-value man" to affirm your commitment, and share this video with friends and family to help them also benefit from these insights. Let's strive together to be the best versions of ourselves. Everything else will naturally follow.